Hey, everybody. Good morning to all of our friends out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to the channel for another edition of She's Busy. Last Week Today Live. Yay! We are still in the middle of our breakfast routine here. So you might hear a little bit of going on in the background. Yeah, we're trying. We are trying, and my hat is perpetually off, literally and figuratively. There you go, honey.
There you go.
To my beautiful wife who struggles with this fight with my son almost every single meal, every day. he became a wrestler um, out of the blue here. So happy Saturday to all of my last weeker friends here. We are here on a very dingy and gloomy and rainy day here in the Northeast. But that's okay. I got a lot of my stuff done. I was going to say something else yesterday, including going to the comic shop after about 2 months. And we'll get into that in a little bit to show you what I picked up. But for now, let's see who is here with us. Anachronic Comics. Joe, how are you, my friend? I was thinking about you actually just the other day. I had a great time on Joe's show last week, where the comic book crowd. I was a guest with Dave Bratton, Alan from Climbing Comics, and of course Matt Woods. And yeah, we had a good discussion about Amalgam, which was great. And the only sad thing about it is we'll probably never see DC and Marvel get together like that again, unless they could charge $1 million an issue. Well, Bor, how are you in the Great White North there? I was going to say to myself, you know what? I am the hardest working guy on Saturday mornings, holding up the entire YouTube platform on these shoulders with Fanboy and I. You know, Brian wasn't around this week. I'm going to get into that in a second, too. Madam and Gary wasn't on again this week either. But that's okay. We're holding things up. Las Cruces from New Mexico. How are you, my friend? Let's see who else is here. Wellbore says, good morning, honey.
Good morning.
Let me go back. Hold on. The chat jumps on me. Manny the Hobgoblin Collector. I know I say this every week, and I can't stress this enough. If you want to see some great Spider-Man art, go to Manny's IG. If you want some great Spider-Man faux-related knowledge, majoring, I guess you could say, in the Hobgoblin, go to Manny's YouTube channel. I really enjoy his stuff, and it's great because he does it in a lot of quick beats. Neil Collects, how are you? Neil, I'm sorry I couldn't vote for you on all of your cover battles this morning with Fanboy Prime. That was a fun show, though. Neil kind of leaned into the Lady Death covers, and it kind of backfired, I think, a little bit. Mr. Gary B., how are you, sir? I saw that your son is under the weather. I hope he feels better soon.
Matthew, stop.
And Jimmy G is here. Hey, Jimmy G. Woof woof, how are you? Ryan Riley, how are you? Going through. I think I'm caught up. Oh, here we go. Zach, how are you, Zach? Yes, be very careful. And feel free to lurk. That's what we're here for. I think Fanboy is buying votes. Buying votes with some good cover choices. Then yes. If so, if he's buying votes with money, you know, look, Fanboy, you owe me a check, dude. Okay? That's just how it is. But no, that was a really fun show this morning. Hello. Buddy, hey, what's going on? Over here. He likes to play. My wife has some nice centerpieces on the table. And he doesn't have a direct line of sight to me. So when I stick my head out around, he thinks we're playing peekaboo. Hey. Any last weekers with kids who want to give us any ideas on feeding? We're all ears because this is every meal. And I should say this too. You know, YouTube is our main little platform here. But if you happen to be watching us from Facebook land or the Twitterverse or LinkedInville, though I try not to stream there that often anymore, or something else that I just don't know about, you know, come over to Facebook. Excuse me. Come over to YouTube. Let me know because we can chat here. You know, StreamYard lets me see YouTube, but not necessarily the other outlets. Yeah, as I was saying, I'll address the grill in the room. I don't know if my wife even knows this. So Brian was off again today, second week in a row. Just made that move to North Carolina. Congratulations again, Brian. I know you're probably going to catch this on the replay. He's probably setting up the house. But honey, did you know why Brian was delayed?
No.
So as everybody here knows, Breakfast with Brian, great show. If you don't know, I mean, look, everybody here knows. I see everybody here. I know where they come from. Yeah, so he's got the Brian LCS dancers, right? That come out, you know, every couple shows. So Brian was shown on his Instagram the day of the move. He had two big vans come. Yeah, one to take his comics and one to drive the Breakfast with Brian LCS dancers down with him to North Carolina. Dale's here. Hey, Dale. Right? So now here was the problem. They all got up a little bit late, so it was a bit of a scramble. And the driver's waiting for them, and they're doing a head count. Meanwhile, the little wiener neighbor kid next door comes over, and he's just farting around. They do the head count, messes it up. So the wiener kid walks away just as the truck is going to go off. So then Brian gets almost all the way to North Carolina and realizes he left one of the LCS dancers home alone in New York, in Ronkonkoma. So he had to turn around and go get her. It was, I'm not quite sure. Buddy, come on. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I think it was the one that looks just like Lisa Loeb. I don't think she is Lisa Loeb, but she looks just like her. Right, honey? Remember Lisa Loeb?
Yeah.
Do you remember, really?
Yeah.
I don't think she knows who Lisa Loeb is. She's not good with singer names. What does Lisa Loeb sing?
I can't hear you.
I said, what is... Matthew, hey, buddy.
It's going nuts here.
What does Lisa Loeb sing?
I don't know.
You remember Stay?
Yeah.
Remember we watched Community? They had a little mini concert? The woman with the glasses?
Going nuts here.
All right. She's having a meltdown. No, it wasn't Neil's favorite, the redhead. It was the one at the end with the glasses. Neil, you know Lisa Loeb. Come on, remember that? Does everybody know the song Stay? I would start singing a little bit, but I don't want to. And I'm afraid YouTube is just going to say to me, hey, not only is this bad, but you can't really do that because of copyright infringements. But either way, you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and speaking on behalf of Fanboy and myself. You know, we put together a little Thunder and Lightning, and we held up the entire YouTube platform, all of YouTube, not just comics, on our own. Trev, I don't know what the other hit is. I'm only familiar with the other one, with the one. And that's all you need. It was at the end of Reality Bites, I think. Actually, Professor of Rock, who I've said is another YouTube channel I follow, did an excellent show about her song recently. An interesting tidbit. It is the only time in history that somebody has ranked in the top 10 and not had a record contract at the time. Well, Bor, I don't know. Does that mean that you're afraid of Lisa Loeb, that you like Lisa Loeb, or that you hate her? I don't know. Is it the glasses? So enough Lisa Loeb talk for one day. And you know what? I'm not quite sure, but I don't think there's any relation to Jeff Loeb. But I'm not going to rule it out. It is pouring here again. Oof.
Oh, I just gotta point that out.
I was going to go out and get like bagels or something this morning. And I was like, nah, we have food in the house. We could do that. So I don't know if that's frugal or lazy or a little bit of both, but it worked on our end. I should actually ask Brian if he needs us to ship him down any good food like bagels or pizza, because you can't get that in North Carolina.
Probably can't ship that.
You can.
It's perishable.
There are services that you could ship it down. Like Calabria, they ship pizzas around the world supposedly.
I know some companies won't do it.
No, there's a service. I don't remember what it's called, Gold Belly. But fanboy, no problem. I'll. Yeah, I know that's so strange. Wellbore, I guess it's hot. It looks kind of more to me like dump sweats, but I guess Apple doesn't have a little icon for dump sweats. Fanboy, it's okay. Just to catch you up, you and I were holding up the entire YouTube platform today, and we were talking a little bit about your victory over Neil this morning. And tell Ali, by the way, to keep up with the pipe cleaner artwork. We are all very big fans in this household. So we're here on another Saturday. Now that I'm over 10 minutes in, I should say that. We are getting closer to our due date. So I just want to prompt you guys that, there may be a day where I'm supposed to come on and I can't come on. So it's important that you are on that community tab so that you kind of get those updates. I'll try to do it. I don't know what's going to happen. I think you guys kind of get my drift here. We are officially, as of yesterday, 34 weeks in, so that's getting there. And look, it's been a busy week. I shot 2 videos. I didn't edit them. I didn't put them up. So hoping to get those out there. I feel like a bad YouTuber. I have stuff to mail out I haven't done yet. Yeah, it's a struggle, but it's a happy struggle. Super Russ is here, the incredible shrinking man. How are you, sir? Yeah, fanboy Nail is saying that you've bought votes, which if that's the case, come on, write out a check. My best friends call me Cash. So reading this week, I only read 2 comics, and that was The Wasp #2 and The Wasp #3. I'm getting more into the series. If you remember last week, I reported I had read the first issue, and I was a little kind of thrown off by the fact that they didn't use, I think it was Seeley who did the art on the covers, as they did in the Ant-Man series. I had to kind of remind myself that even though one was teased than the other, they're not connected, which I thought was a little bit of a tease, but it's its own thing. I didn't know much about Nadia. I think I know that she existed, but this was kind of my first introduction into her, and I think that's done well in that sense. The story is kind of humming, I guess I could say, but not my favorite. Let's see. Got some other people in here. I think I saw C. Bizzle walk in. How are you, Mr. Bizzle? And Dr. Evil himself. How are you, Mike? Mike, I've been meaning to message you, see if you're okay, because you didn't have any review this week. Mike usually saves me money with some reviews, but none this week. That was okay because I had to concentrate on other things anyway. So yeah, Wasp #2 and 3. To me, so far, they're okay reads. I don't want to say meh. I don't want to say good. We'll see how it concludes. I actually just bought issue #4 yesterday, so I intend on reading that very soon. I should say this too. No giveaway this week, and that's kind of going to go into. You dropped 3 on Thursday. I have to go back because I just checked your videos. It might have been maybe Thursday morning. I didn't check any videos, any YouTube yesterday. We had a couple appointments, so I will have to catch up. Most of my reviews recorded summer because I'm anticipating teaching grind, but need to record new, analytically longer videos. I think your videos are awesome, so there you go. For what it's worth. He said that because I didn't kick in the dark. I didn't see that. No giveaway. I'm out. No, it's actually going to be part of the second big special project we've been working on. I think I'm going to announce that in November. I might maybe we'll just do the giveaway next week. I just didn't prepare for this week, to be honest with you, as well. Plus, I'm trying to push out some artwork. I got some Two drawings a day in October, one for Italian American Month. Beware on Monday. If you get triggered, you're going to hear a lot from me. I don't talk politics. Monday is going to be my exception. And it's not even going to be too politically heavy, at least I think, but we'll see how it goes. The Battober challenges, which I think have been going well. And yeah, I'm still working on a little something for some of the winners from the 300 subscriber giveaway. I'm still working on something for Trev too, but Trev's cool. He understands things takes time, but I'm not trying to take advantage of that, nor am I making excuses. It's just something I got to do. So this is what I will do, though. And I should also say I'm still reading. Oh, thank you, Wellbore. I'll be honest with you, Evil. It's light politics. I haven't really talked too much sports, though. I didn't mean to go down this hole, but I used to watch, football like everybody else every Sunday. I stopped around the time like the kneeling was becoming a bigger story than the football games, but because I got into an argument with Brandon Jacobs, and not saying an argument like we disagree, like true cussed me out on Twitter argument. And I was like, all right, you clearly have more money than you need, what to do with. But that's a whole story for another time. I haven't been able to watch football since. I just don't enjoy it as much. No. But I will show you what I did buy. And there are some things that I have to catch up on. So, yeah, here's the Wasp, issue number 4. Durs, how are you, sir? Show us your art you've been working on. I've been putting most of it up, to be honest with you. The other stuff I'm not going to show yet because I do want to surprise the people that I'm sending it to. Yeah, so really nothing to show you as far as that goes. I majored in political science. Yeah, Manny, I mean, I'll tell you guys this much. So about 17 years ago, before I met my wife, before I was married, before we lived here, I was very involved in local politics in my hometown, and ran for office at the age of 27. Didn't win, which, to be honest, I'm grateful for. If you know New Jersey, oh, honey, don't worry, I'm going to grab that in a second.
Whatever you say.
Well, I got to mix it.
Yeah, with the milk, right?
And the powder.
Oh, I can't reach that.
I know. Thank you, though. I'm going to take a coffee break in just like 2 minutes, just to give you a heads up. So I ran for office, didn't make it. That didn't bother me. The stuff that bothered me afterwards was more of the things that happened to my family, like my mom losing her job because of politics. And you probably are saying now, if you think like me, why didn't she sue? And that's a great question to ask for my mom, but that is a whole nother black hole we don't need to jump down into because I will get angry. Anyway, Wasp number 4. Again, they're going with those same kind of cover styles, even though the art inside does not look like the cover at all. And I only mention that. I know that's the majority of comics today, but I only mention that because Ant-Man did. The artists are Kaja Nai, who's done a great job so far. And this one also has Carola Borelli. I don't really know either of them, but I've enjoyed Kaja's for the most part. It's typically not my style. I don't want to say it's anime, but you definitely have some anime antics, why don't we say, in there. Ms. Marvel, The New Mutant, number 2. I didn't read number 1 yet. It's in here. I think it's in here at least. Give you an idea how far behind I am. Barnstormers, number 2. And look, no more Hellfire Gala variants. Amazing Spider-Man, number 31. I didn't realize this is a thick boy. Kiss cover, which one? Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I hope your kid feels better, man.
No.
Yeah, the Ant-Man one I really likes. The Wasp is a little slower for me.
Excuse me, I know you're
Kenneth, how are you, sir? Okay. Immortal X-Men number 14. I'm excited to read that. This one. Why do I have this one? Oh, I know why. This is because it's the Alex Ross. Uncanny Avengers. This is number 1. Hey, buddy. Is he done?
No.
Okay.
I'm trying to get his water.
Dark X-Men number 1.
Stop.
Just do what I do. Like, you just rest your hand and
What?
just try like I've been doing.
He's want to suck his thumb.
Oh, let him suck his thumb a bit. He'll come to it.
But then he will never take it.
We've got rare flavors. This is the tasting menu. Yeah, I'm all for the like button, and I appreciate people doing that. But Trev is right. Don't punch your telephone or whatnot. I don't want to be responsible for stuff breaking. This is one I wasn't going to get, and I'll be honest with you, my LCS kind of talked me into it. I'll show this one to my wife, see what she thinks of it. Predator versus Wolverine, issue number 1. Yeah, they are. And to be honest with you, those are the last cover buys I'm really going for. I'll tell you about that in a second, too. Honey, what do you think of this?
Reminds me of that movie. Is that based on a movie?
Your Predator from
Yeah.
the films? Yeah, so it's
Oh,
a little fun crossover.
kind of busy looking.
Well, it's Weapon X Wolverine. You know, he's fresh out of the...
Looks like they're blending them together.
I disagree. This is one I'm excited to read. I heard Marcus and Indie Comics talk about it. Rumpus Room number 1. Really want to read this one. Yeah, the Alex Ross ones are the last kind of cover buys I'm doing. I've been very happy to report I've successfully beat away a lot of cover buys, especially this week. Peach Momoko, by the way, tempted me 3 times with, oh, I have this exclusive coming at New York Comic Con. I'm not going to New York Comic Con, but her, which one was it? Her Magic cover that's there looks great. And then you look at the pricing and it's okay, well, you can get the CGC rated cover with the Virgin, and then with I think they're putting it in with another cover as well that I think it's an Adi Granav one, but it was like for that price, like those 4 books graded was the entire price of my haul. Like actually more than my whole haul. It's like All right, Zach, get some good stuff. Let us know. I like the. I only know the premise. I'm going to read the first one. If I don't like it, of course, I'm not going to proceed. There was another one I liked too. Did somebody say Magic? Yeah, Dale. Magic is. Watch this. Magic is my wife's favorite X-Men character.
You're funny.
She doesn't like Magic. And yeah, no, it's a cool cover. Actually, it's. Remember the cover I showed you? You're like, oh, that one's not bad. With Peach Momoko.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dagger, how are you? Immortal X-Men number 13, where he's looking a lot like, honey, who's the guy who plays Ken? Ryan Gosling. Does it look like Ryan Gosling a bit to you, minus the googly eyes? Okay, imagine him with the googly eyes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, little bit. Phil Noto, I love these covers. And sometimes my LCS forgets about those covers for me, but anywho. Yeah, but you know what? Here the thing is, though, Super Russ, like you could go for a fraction of what you would have spent throughout the year. Subscribe to like a Marvel Unlimited app or a DC Infinite app. I've done that with DC. I'm slowly doing that with Marvel. You could still read the stories. And I mean, look, as far as covers go, maybe once in a while there's an amazing cover that you're like, wow, I'm glad I have that. But, you know, look, get a screensaver, you know, especially these like 1 in 100 covers. You know, rather than dropping $100, you could get the same, I think, at least in my opinion, enjoyment from just putting that like on your screensaver. than owning that in your collection and having it sit in a box. So I'm opening my second. By the way, I have 2 Reggie Collects. I don't know what you call these, pad folios. This is what I use when I go to the store. Yeah, and Trev, I used to limit it as well, but I am convinced now I have to go cold turkey. There are some other ones. I'll be honest with you. I am going to buy Unknown Comics, for example. Did their Hellfire Gala kind of magazine-looking covers. I've been collecting those since they started a couple years ago. I haven't bought them for this year yet, but I intend to. Just, pretty much figure. I think this was the last Hellfire Gala. And I do like the design of them, but I also recommend, this is just my tip, you don't buy them as soon as they come out, because both Unknown and some of their other stores they work with, the one, I can't remember the name of it, Matt Woods actually turned me on to them out in Pittsburgh, Southside Comics. They actually get pretty much all of what Unknown gets, but they sell it at a much better price. Indigo Children #3. I had read issue 1. Reggie had actually sent me that in a Patreon thing, and really liked it. Yeah, and it's a struggle. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I have to stop and say to myself, like, look, Action Comics recently came out with a bunch of covers for the Reign of the Supermen. That was my time into comics. I really loved some of those characters, but at the end of the day, it was like $7, whatever it is, with the cardstock. I could put it down. Marvel has that one, and this one I guess isn't really cover, but still, just an example of how pricing is getting out of whack. Marvel has Gods that just came out this week. I have not met one single person who has said they're really excited about Gods. I remember watching, yeah, it looks nice now. It's going to pass. I remember watching the trailer and was like, it looks bleh. But they had it up at the register, kind of like the way my LCS has stuff is some of the hotter buys they'll have right at the counter, kind of like right underneath. And Gods was there. I picked it up and put it down. I was like, $10 for that? No. We'll wait for Marvel Unlimited. Ghost Rider Wolverine, Weapons of Mass Destruction. Is it Mass Destruction? Weapons of Vengeance, #1. Alpha, rather. And Omega. I better have the Wolverine issues here in between. I didn't see the Ghost Rider issues, and I did ask them to put them on hold, but those I'll go back and get. Been on my list. I am. Which one? Yeah, but it works. Yeah, foils are those newer, are again bringing back all the foil covers again. The thing about, say what you want about the 90s foil covers, and maybe this is why. Oh, Gods, okay. Did you read it yet? Let me know. I haven't heard anybody talk about it, but I haven't met one person excited for it. I think you're the only one. Bless you, pal. Yeah, I think maybe the downfall with the foils was that even though they were a little bit more money, they weren't incrementally more, especially how it is now. So maybe that's something that they're doing right. Who knows? Rare Flavors #1. Yes, the other one was the flip book. I wanted to get the Ash Can, but again, I heard about this on Indie Comics and was like, yeah, I want to check that out. That sounds interesting. Okay. This one is Immortal X-Men #16. Am I missing a couple? With Apocalypse finally back. Remember, promise, I see 16, 13, and 14. I don't see 15. So hopefully that's in here. I'm going to pause for a second. Hey, Chop, how are you? Be right back. I have to grab myself some coffee and some water. Hydrate before you caffeinate. But caffeinate's a lot more fun. Give me 1 second. Honey, what topic should we get into discuss while I get my coffee here?
What movies they watched?
My wife has a topic of discussion. What is, you want the most recent or in general?
Recent.
You want to include shows in that too, or?
Yeah.
What is the most recent comic book related film and or TV series that you've watched, and did you enjoy it? I will be back in 3 minutes, probably less. Hands are clapping, clap, clap, clap.
Doing good. It's a cut.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
He's like fixated on what you're doing right now.
It's called collagen powder, Pat. You don't need that. You like a veal.
Wow, he's almost done. Just by stop.
These are clean.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, and I'm back. So let's see what everyone's watching. Okay. Chop meal. Oh, yeah, I'm on the second episode of Castlevania. I really, really have been enjoying it. I think more so than the original series, to be honest with you. It's kind of. I thought I was actually watched the second episode last night after my wife went to bed because it's a little too creepy for her, and I was kind of like, yeah, they really made it a point to say Warren Ellis is not involved in this series whatsoever. Pretty quickly, I think in the title credits. Loki season 2, have not watched it yet. My wife did not like season 1, so it's one I have to watch on my own, which could get a little challenging. But I do intend on it. It does look good to me. Wheel of Time. People told. Here's a little thing. I've never read any Wheel of Time. People have recommended it to me before, and it's just like, but I haven't checked it out. Not even season 1 yet. Blue Beetle. I haven't watched it yet. Waiting for Max. I think it's going to come out soon. Asuka, I've been enjoying. I'm not quite done with that yet. It's a little hard. Like my wife, you watched one episode of Asuka with me, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, she's not into it. She liked Obi-Wan, and you liked Boba Fett, right?
Yeah.
She's not into Mando. She's not into Asuka. She didn't like what was the other one? No. The other Star Wars one. I can't think of the name of it. I'm sorry. I can't think of the name of it either. I didn't get to finish it yet, but it picked up at the end. Oh, I jumped on me. Hold on a second. Dune. Yeah, I saw Dune last year when it came out. I enjoyed it. But you really had to commit to watching that, though, too. Start a Secret Invasion. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Secret Invasion, the middle episodes are great. They do something really different if you want to jump back into it. I don't like how it ended. I felt like it was kind of the antithesis of everything that they've done in between. But you have some great gunfights. And I have a feeling, judging by the trailer, I'm not going to tell you what happened in the end, but I have a feeling that directly impacted the Marvel's film. Blue Beetle was fun, yeah, and Ashok was superb. Oh, okay, have fun, Joe. Suicide Squad 2, I did not finish it. I didn't get why they needed to add naked men to a movie about superheroes. I liked it. My wife didn't. She prefers the first one. Suicide Squad, honey.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to watch a movie last night.
Later, Russ. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, now, like I said, the first with Secret Invasion from episode 2 to the second to last episode, really enjoyed it. Does something a lot different. But I don't know. Come back and we can discuss the ending after. I'm not going to ruin it for you. All right, so going back to other stuff I bought. X-Force number 45. I didn't know that this was a variant until just now. I've been enjoying Ben Percy's job on X-Force. He's also been writing Wolverine. X-Men number 12. This is the Mark Brooks corner box variants. I've been getting those. Monstrous number 48. Noctera 16. Is that the end of the book? I know that they're no, not yet. In stores October. Oh wait, we saw that one already. Okay. Never mind. Okay. X-Men Red number 15. That's been a great series too. That and Immortal, I think, have been exceptionally strong. X-Force number 44. Kind of looks like a Daniel Acuna cover. Is it? Let me see. Yep, Acuna Matata cover. Like his stuff. Okay, here is X-Men 26. Again, the Alex Ross one. Now, Tara keeps saying it's the final issue, but we keep getting more. Yeah, they do that. Monstrous is another one. I think it's been ending for like 3 years now. But they're really going to end it soon. But it's a good read, too. X-Men number 26. Again, Mark Brooks corner art. Yeah, they changed it from the series finale to the season. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I've been liking the Alex Ross ones, too. And the last of the new purchase I had was Barnstormers number 3. So I think I have here the complete Barnstormers to read. I'm excited about that. I'm going to wrap up Wasp this week. I might read that this afternoon. I have to just kind of assess what I'm missing because I know that I'm missing Wolverine. That should be in here. I know I'm missing some Ghost Rider. The Wolverine, I think I kind of got screwed up on. My LCS has been affected twice by storms in our area. And in the first instance, it actually melted down their computer. So they were doing polls kind of from memory. So I have to go back and see what I am missing. If not, my LCS is usually pretty good about ordering that stuff. I'm trying to think. What else have I done this week, comic related? I don't know if I reported this. I watched the. This one's not really comic related, but whatever. I watched the Beastie Boys doc on Apple. See you later, Mike. I watched the Beastie Boys documentary on Apple recently. If you haven't done so, I highly recommend it. They say it's a documentary, but it feels more like stand-up. And I really appreciated that. I actually recommended that to a couple people already. Whether they've watched it or not, I don't know. You know, Apple doesn't pay me, so I don't follow it up too closely. I'm gonna hide that there. Let me see. Other than that, Asuka, I can't say it, by the way, in case you haven't picked up on that. Castlevania, I want to watch Loki. I'm trying to think what else. The writer's strike is over, so hopefully, the actor's strike, I think, is not going to last as long because the studios are going to want them for Oscar season. I did see one thing I felt was a little disconcerting. I wish Joe were still here because he just talked about this before too. Hollywood is once again kind of leading Martin Scorsese particularly is being vocal again about, hey, we have to save the film industry from comic book films. And my feeling is as it was, is now what it is then. I think there is more than enough space in the film industry for comic book films and for other films. Granted, the quality of the comic book related films has not been as great as it has been over the past decade. There are still some really good films that have come out recently, and I kind of feel like within the past 2 to 3 years, we hear more about the movies that weren't good rather than the films that were great. Guardians, for example, came out. We watched it on Plus. I enjoyed it. My wife didn't. But once it came out, made a good amount of money. People like, oh yeah, it's good. You didn't hear much about it because people were getting ready to trash. I think Flash or Blue Beetle or whatever came out again after that. The only thing I could say is, and I think this, I'm pretty much preaching to the choir here, but do what you're gonna do. Don't listen to critics. Don't listen to your friend next door, whatever. If you want to see the movie, see the movie. We're not going to the movies. We're waiting for stuff to come on demand and, you know, streaming, hopefully, so that we don't have to pay extra for it. But and I'll be honest with you, sometimes it's tougher than not. Like we're waiting for Edge of the Spider-Verse to come on some sort of streaming platform that we're going to subscribe to rather than having to get it on demand. But, whenever it comes around, it'll come around. So, yeah, and I see Ms. Marvel #1 I'm missing. Yeah, so now I have to go through that too. But that is all I have for you guys this week. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me a little bit. I will keep you posted as far as again what is happening with us. Again, if I'm scheduled to come on one Saturday and I'm not here, check your community tab. I'll also try to update IG, but you know how things get. But I guess I am going to leave you like I always do. Thanks again for giving me a little bit of your weekend. I hope that you guys do something fun outside of YouTube and out of comics this weekend. And enjoy the rest of your days. Peace, love, and comics. Take care.